In English, in English.
We will just, okay. So guys, we will start now. And about motivation. So I took this presentation from the one which I did for teachers in Kryvyi Rih, but it's very useful and hope you will benefit. Unfortunately, there is no magic, and I will not give you a magic pill today of how to motivate students, but probably we will understand some aspects of our motivation and of motivation of our students. So basically today you will hear 10 practical tips that you can use with your learners and what we need it for. So why motivation is important? Tell me please. Any ideas? Why is it important? Please be active.
Not
We have no time to be silent.
It helps to keep to be interested in what you're doing.
Right.
It's the best way to be involved in this process.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Stay in reality. I don't know. In this today's reality.
Yes, yes, that's true. Okay, so it helps us to move on. So basically what motivates me and what motivates me to do different things, and there are some factors definitely, and I believe you also have something that can motivate you to do things that you like, because it's not something about pushing me, it's something that I want to do. So today we are going to discuss how does motivation work, why motivation is crucial in learning the language, and what strategies can be used. So what is motivation? Just in general, your ideas. What is motivation?
Something that
desire
pushes you.
Desire to do something, and it's not just spontaneously to do something, but what else?
A desire to improve your skills while you are doing something.
Right, very, very, very close. It's like to continue doing something. Yes, so it's not about having one English lesson, but to continue studying English. What motivates you to do it? It's not it's desire to do something and continue to do it. So different words which are associated with motivation, and it can be inspiration, lifestyle, success. So, and what does it mean to be a motivating teacher? Some ideas. The one word, motivating teacher. How do you imagine it?
Inspires.
Good. Anything else?
You believe in your students, in their success.
Correct. Good. Remember about teachers who motivated you. What kind of people were they?
To get result of your work.
Good. When yes.
My best teachers didn't judge me for my mistakes.
Bravo. Good. Good.
Supportive. Yeah. Support also.
Supportive. Yes. One more. Motivating teacher.
With a sense of humor, because
yeah,
he can teach you.
Happy teachers.
Yes, that's good. Alina,
happy and successful teacher.
Exactly. Enthusiastic teacher, right? So it's about some things that about some motivating teachers. Yes, that a teacher shows interest, as you say, always striving to do more, engaged, focused, and connected to leaders and other teachers. It's not like Putin who makes decisions on his own, but he listens to others as well, makes connection between professional development and her classroom, secure and confident, as you said, happy about his own abilities, and put forth effort. I will not talk about the teacher with low motivation, because we are all highly motivated here. Well, and today I will present you a few theories about motivation. And the first theory is called the self-determination theory. And it is a scarf theory, which includes the S stands for status. So it's about all motivation, not about our learners, but we'll imagine our learners looked at the relative importance of people. I'm valuable. How do you understand it in terms of our learners as status?
You have something to help another at this
Okay,
moment.
so that learners in the classroom feel that they can contribute in a way, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Any
Mhm.
other ideas? Well, in terms of social hierarchy, how can it be connected to social hierarchy?
Like a leader in this situation, you are a
Yeah.
leader, like our president.
Yes,
this
but also
situation.
it's not necessary to be a leader, but it's necessary to be a part of this tribe. Yes, for them, and to be valued.
But you are the
in
top
this
of the.
tribe.
Okay.
Yes, you can be a part of the team, but you should be valued in this team. The next one is certainty. How do you understand it? In terms of our learners. Certainty. This is what we all miss these days. Okay, any ideas how we can connect certainty with our learners?
Like you give clear directions?
Right. And when we have rules, for example, in our lesson, it is certainty. When we have routines, it is certainty. When you have some criteria of assessment, it is also certainty. So they know if they meet your criteria, they will get mark, or it means that if they cover all necessary things, they can get their good mark, for example, or kind of a reward from you. The next one we discussed in our last session in the previous life. If you remember it. It was a totally different life about autonomy. It's our perception of having control over our environment. So it's not about being super independent, because it's a paradox of choice and it can make us feel anxious as well. We discussed it, remember? But it's being able to choose what you need to do to achieve some results with some guidance from teachers. The next one is relatedness. What does it mean, relatedness?
Being a part of the team, yeah, to be.
So children do not feel isolated. Sometimes we have such students who do not want to participate, who are not engaged, who are not involved. So this criterion.
Yeah, criterion.
Criterion is not met for sure. Yes, so they need to be, they don't feel it, and then motivation doesn't work. And the last one is fairness. Of course, that's the strong feeling. So they need to feel that teacher is fair, and it's all, for example, like playing games, it's fair or that's not fair. So if they feel that it is not fair, they will not trust you and they lose motivation for sure. Well, that was SCAF, self-determination theory. And well, let's move on to the next one. There is intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. We also discussed it. So intrinsic motivation, something that comes from inside, right? Your strong desire to do something, you want to play in a good team. Like, you know what they say about modern young people. They don't want to work for a boss who makes them feel stressful. Or they don't want to work somewhere where they do not feel happy. And they would rather change their job having less money than work for someone who makes them feel stressful. It is totally different from what was with boomers, for example, with the generation of boomers. They accepted everything, even if they didn't like. So it's all about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, when you feel that when you feel happy being in a team, this is intrinsic. Extrinsic, you get good money and you stay there. So that's the difference. And of course, in this term, intrinsic motivation is stronger because we are not slaves. And I want to give the public enjoyment. I want to feel good about my performance. It's all about something that comes from inside. Again, these are different theories of motivation. There are a few of them. Also, there is another one which is called the arc. I want to show you a video, so you will see it. It's very, very short. Well, I will share the sound of my computer. It's John Scalers, and then you will tell me also some aspects we will discuss.
The ARCS model has 4 components: attention, relevance, confidence, and satisfaction. Let's take a closer look. The first component is attention, perceptual arousal, inquiry arousal, and variability. To gain the learner's attention, one may use a video, music, lead with a question, or add humor.
Humor is a limit.
Relevance is next, and it's all about the learner asking, what's in it for me? Relevance is goal orientation, motive matching, familiarity. It's the intersection between what you want to teach and what the learners are interested in. Confidence is about performance requirements, success opportunities, and personal control. Learners need to know the probability between success and failure. A good way is to provide a syllabus and rubrics. The last component is satisfaction. It's about intrinsic reinforcement, intrinsic rewards, and equity. Intrinsic is how the learner feels, and intrinsic is the form of rewards. And equity is a feeling of ownership with motivational and positive feedback. I hope you enjoyed.
Okay, that was short but meaningful. So we have arc, and we start with attention. What did he say about attention?
You can use different ways of grabbing their attention. Music, video, humor, just any kind, anything that will attract.
We need to hook them, right? So you hook them somehow, so they're, oh, really? I like it. Let's do it. The next one is relevance. There was a kind of diagram. There was something in common which we like a lot in Interclass.
Why the students need this, or how they can use in their future, this I mean career or just in future. So it's like connection. For example,
Exactly.
This material with their
why do you
future.
need to learn it now?
It needs, why we need now and why we can get this in our future. Bridge, connection.
Good. And it's all about something in common between your desire to what you want to teach and what they want to learn. And this is something in common between you.
And their choice also, not like we push them, like we have to know this, we have to learn this, they have all their own choice also.
Well, confidence.
It's the same as certainty.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
It says some criteria also, some rules, something that you know what you be assessed for example. And the last one is
Candies.
Candies, it's extrinsic rewards, like intrinsic together with extrinsic. So it was another theory of Keller. That sounds, sorry. There is a famous Hungarian author whose name is Zoltán Dönrei, and he's so famous in this field of motivation. He has been investigating it for a long time. So he has a book, Motivational Strategies in the Language Classroom. Who is interested, you can read his Zoltan. Maybe somehow we will manage to get to his lections. Well, and also there was the presentation of Ken Wilson, which inspired me to prepare this presentation of mine. So there are some 6 key motivational factors for our learners according to Zoltan, John Ray. So it's our enthusiasm, as you mentioned, feeling encouragement, like Ludmila said, that the teacher supported her, and then the teacher believes in the progress and success. No matter what, we're all different. We need to believe in our learners' success. Genuine involvement of teacher, maintaining good class and group relationship, about establishing rapport and supportive atmosphere, and valuing student ideas. So if they have some ideas, we need to value them as well, and to ask what they want to learn, and then how we can adjust it to our lesson or to our curriculum. So, and yes, the only way to do great work is to love it. So this is how we are expected to be according to Zoltan. All the time we are like that, need to be, but sometimes we are like that. And it happens, and so many factors can affect our life. We know that, especially now. So, but the first strategy which can help you to motivate your learners, you need to hook them, like in that ARCS theory, where they say that attention, you need to grab their attention in a way. It can be anything, what it was video, remember picture, it can be some humor, as Alina said. So basically, you can hook them by showing some photos. Yes, so, and then you can start discussion. So, for example, show them this photo, and then do you think he is? How many times has he spent there? Or where is he? What is he doing there? When did it happen? And so on. And then you can give them information that it is Andrei Skurka. He is an American backpacker professional, and this is him, this is what shows. Then you can give them a text, for example, for reading, and it will be interesting to read now because they had to guess and they need to see if they were right or wrong in their suppositions and so on. And then you can give them some vocabulary by doing this stuff. Also, you can use different photos. Fortunately, we have the internet, and now we work online also from the British Council, National Geographic, of this one. It can generate a very interesting discussion with our learners. So, but this is how you hook them. Understand? This is what, for getting their attention. Oh, this funny. The second one is to make them step out of the comfort zone. Sometimes we need to push them to do something that they don't like, probably, or don't want to do. But at the end, they get satisfaction of doing it because they can see their results. And the same is about us. When we never want to step out of the comfort zone. But when we do it and when we see the result, we feel super happy. So it was about the text, I will not do it. But when I will tell you, there is about our physiology. So there is dopamine reward circuits. And whenever this reward circuit is activated in our brains, know that something important is happening that worth remembering and repeating. For example, they did something that made them step out of the comfort zone and they enjoyed it. They get dopamine reward and they want to go back. So the same is about learning. You push them to do something that make them step out, but because of they get dopamine, they want to go back to it. And there will be another theory of flow. I will tell you how to balance it there, this dopamine circuits. So this is the theory of flow, because it's also very tricky. If you push them too much, they will get anxious. If you don't push them enough, they will be bored. So our task as teachers is to understand this flow channel, this one, where they are pushed just enough. I will show you also short presentation of this theory on YouTube, because I know that you will not go and watch it because we are obvious. Like
we look at the flow diagram, here's how you put yourself in the state of flow. You don't want what you're doing to be too challenging, otherwise you'll have anxiety. You don't want what you're doing to be too easy for your skills either, otherwise you'll be bored. But it's when you balance these two that you end up in the flow channel. You're striving towards the upper right corner constantly. You increase your challenge, you get better. You get better, you increase your challenge. And the more you move toward that direction, the more intense the state of flow gets.
This is ecstasy. This is our dopamine circle.
So this is not really a how-to book, but our goal should be to find what it is that we love and then keep getting better at it and keep making it more challenging.
The matter is, it's not about doing the same thing all the time. You just add a little bit of challenge all the time. You add. So you make them step out of the comfort zone a little bit every time. And now let's do this. The matter is that you also need to understand that your learners are different, and something that is challenging for one learner can be really, really boring for another, and vice versa. So this is our task as teachers, is to differentiate and to add some challenge for, like, according to the abilities of our learners. Well, so let's move on. Did it somehow it went back? Okay. Can you see my screen now? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So some characteristics of the flow theory. So complete concentration. If you see that they are completely concentrated on the task, clarity of goals, they understand what they need to do, transformation of time, the experience of intrinsically rewarded. These are some criteria. If you see this with your learners, it means that they're in this flow. They're balanced. Feeling of control of the task, action and awareness of merged, losing self-conscious. So basically, everything should be balanced, and you just observe and monitor your learners. So the next one is interaction. It's belonging to the group. Yes, this is important. So we need to use different interaction patterns. And of course, group work, that students feel that they can contribute in a way. And they have a sense of competence, sense of autonomy, and the sense of relatedness. So they feel, oh, okay, I know how to do it, and I can contribute, and they feel autonomy, that they just they believe that they can choose what they want to do, and relatedness, they belong to the group. Well, for this, we can use different, this is a name wheel if you use with your learners, but also, I forgot to tell long ago, you can use this one. This is a cool thing for Zoom teaching if you do not use. So here is everything. There is a timer, there is a work symbol, there is a name wheel, there is a calendar, everything. You can put it on your screen and also use with your learners. The next one, making it relevant. It's important because they need to know why do I need to learn these things. So, and if it should be, as usual, my favorite, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bounded. They first, before preparing something for your learners, they should answer the question, how is this relevant to me? Or how you should answer, how is this relevant to them? And why are you telling me this? Why are you telling them this? And why do they need to listen to you? So how they can benefit from you? And again, why? Why do I need to learn this stuff all the time? So, and of course it should be relevant, like Facebook turned into Instagram, now it is TikTok. Our president was a comedian, now he is our hero, basically. But here is the text. I found the text where it was written. Another popular presenter is Volodymyr Zelensky. So basically, sometimes we have problems with our course books where the information is not updated, and you just don't need to follow it. If you understand that your learners don't understand it and don't want to learn it, and it's not relevant for them, you can skip, you can change. So you choose what to do, because otherwise it will be a totally different type of processing. You will need to teach who this person is. Sometimes even in our course books, it happens that the information is not quite relevant, and they're like, oh, what is that? Who is this person? Skip it, change it, add something different. So, and we can tell about famous children or break it into learning checks. The next one is giving autonomy. We discussed autonomy in our last session. It's autonomy by task, choosing what to do, autonomy by time, choosing when to do something, team, choosing who to work with, and autonomy by technique, how to achieve something. Of course, it's all about guidance. So because when there is a paradox of choice, they start feeling anxious, and we give them just opportunity to choose, but we can guide them in a way of how to do it. Rules are rule RRR, it's rewards, rules, and routines. They are crucial when we teach our learners, and rewards, necessary rules. They feel certain, routines, they feel certain and confident about their lesson. The next one is teaching on the spot. So textbooks are a tool, not a solution. So because the author of the book, she didn't know about your learners, about their needs, about their abilities. It's just a tool, and how you use this tool is your choice, because nobody knows your learners better than you do. And then you just use your course book as a tool without doing all exercises, or maybe somehow adjusting these exercises to your learners. This is, there are two guys, don't remember. It's like, Luke Madis and Scott Thornby. He's famous, this Scott. They are teaching unplugged. So it's kind of teaching on the spot. There is a whole book where they tell how we can do it. Marina Valerievna, did you visit his sessions?
Yes, I did. And you know, my idea about them is that they are the playboys of ESL, like those 50 plus men, and they're going, and all young teachers are like, wow, wow,
yes, but they feel so much attention when they come to training. Most of English teachers are young ladies, like female, so of course they feel like kings there. Well, the next one is tips. It's focused on fundamental principles of teaching unplugged, conversation driven. So you discuss something and you can teach them what they need, material light, emergent language, and reflects on learning theories. The next one, be tech friendly. This is what Marina Valerievna mentioned in her online training. There for us, it's about digital immigrants and digital natives. And you all did that course, so basically you don't need to, but we know that it's important. The funny thing that Generation Z loves the internet and devices. 90% go online multiple times each day, and 40% say working Wi-Fi is more important than working toilets for them. So the first question that they ask is, what is the password of Wi-Fi? So, and also you can use Kahoot, and this Bamboozle, check Bamboozle. It's super cool. Also, it's Quizlet. I play games with my learners very often using Bamboozle. There are different topics there, and your learners can play different games there on Bamboozle also. Okay. The next one, let them explore the language. So let them play with the language. Don't, are you spoon feeding your students? So you know that we shouldn't provide them with ready-made answers. We shouldn't spoon feed them. We should give them opportunity to investigate, to research the language, and to come up with ideas about rules and vocabulary and so on. So basically don't say a rabbit кролик. They need to play, they need to discover it. And it's about guided discovery. It is a powerful instructional approach that guides and motivates learners to explore information and concepts in order to construct new ideas. The next one, unlock their prior knowledge. So they already come in with so many experiences, and you can use them as experts. For example, you need to know about your learners for sure. You need to know what kind of sport they like, what pets, how many. But this is what we usually ask them. And then you can use this information so learners, your learners feel important. Oh, she remembers the name of my cat, for example, or she knows my favorite movie. Or if they are very good, for example, I have girl, she is very good at playing musical instruments. She was my expert when we were talking about different kinds of instruments. So this is how they feel important. Also, this is how you can to get this knowledge for yourself, this information. Take a back seat. Sometimes we are too patronizing and too dominating, so we should give them opportunity to act on their own and to be teachers. Remember, we also discussed they can teach each other sometimes and cheer them on. For sure, it's very important. Even being an adult, it's very important for us to hear, oh, that's fantastic, that's great, you're doing a good job, something like that. It's like funny. I expect you all to be independent, innovative, critical thinkers who will do exactly as I said. So you know about constructive feedback. So we have this positive, something positive, even if it's difficult to find, but you can. Areas for development, some criticism, but areas for development, and then you finish with something positive again. I also told about it in my training so many times. Well, and I can't versus I can't yet. You can say you can't yet, but you will learn, no worries. So it's about encouragement and support. And you can use these words, how cute, awesome, lovely, super, terrific, magnificent. We need to put it on our wall and cheer our learners on. So celebrate even small success on the way to your goal. And this is a conclusion of the strategies. We need to hook them, make them step out of the comfort zone, make it relevant, give them autonomy, teach on the spot, be tech friendly, let them explore the language, unlock their prior knowledge, take a backseat and cheer them on. You know this woman?
Natalie Portman.
Exactly. And she says, I don't like studying. I hate studying. I like learning. Learning is beautiful. And so I'm still learning and I'm really enjoying this process. That's it, ladies. That was my presentation, and I hope it can motivate you to invest